Hey guys, this is Gamer Guy coming at you. I've had a lot of questions about the aluminum foil that I used on that permanent repair video, and everybody's having a hard time finding the metal, or aren't even knowing what it does or what the point of it is. So I'm gonna kind of like lay it out for you in this little short video, what the purpose of it is and why I use it. I'd say about like 6 months ago, I started getting some repairs back on those 3 red lights, and I did the screw method. I've adjusted pressures on them, and nothing was working, nothing would stick. So I was thinking, what if I can somehow force the processor onto the board so that you get that connection that is missing from the solder balls on the chip, because that's what happens is they crack over time from the heat and the cooling, and they develop what's called tin whiskers. But anyways, I thought maybe removing a washer from the screws would help, but all that ends up doing is letting the heatsink actually touch the board, so that was no good. And a lot of times it wouldn't work anyways. So I figured, well, why don't I just keep the same amount of screws, same amount of washers, and just add a piece of metal. So I tried it with copper at first, because I thought, hey, copper's good. It dissipates heat really fast. So put a piece of copper on there, and right on top of the little GPU, and it booted right up. But then the fan started running kind of fast, and I was thinking to myself, why would it do that? Well, actually, it kind of makes sense, because copper dissipates the heat a lot faster than the aluminum does. So eventually, the copper is unloading more heat than the aluminum can handle, and it backs onto the copper, and then the copper heats up a lot quicker. So there's an exchange back and forth to where it actually starts to overheat the processor. So I figured, well, the heatsink itself is aluminum, so why not just get a piece of aluminum? So I went to my local hobby shop that sells, model airplanes and trains and stuff like that, and they had pieces of aluminum there. They look like this, except they're usually like this much longer, like out to here, and about this wide, like that. And what it is, it's just, see, it's like a sheet, a really thin sheet, that I cut into a little over an inch by a little over a half inch. If you want to be technical, it'd be like 1 1/8 inch, or instead of a half inch, it'd be 5/8 or something like that. So I cut them with my Dremel tool. I've done at least 100 of them. So I've only had a couple come back. Most of them are the HDMI. So, but if you guys want to shoot me any questions and whatever, just let me know. I'll keep an eye out and respond to as many as I can. Peace.